Definitely first time that Pro Box is doing a fight at this level, and it's great that we got Lamont defending his title for the very first time coming home. So huge opportunity for him, big opportunity for Pro Box TV. Very much looking forward to the show.
Right, Lamont Roach, Feargal McCrory, how big is this fight? And what do you think about it?
I mean, I think this fight is huge. I mean, listen, this is Lamont's first defense of his title. He's coming home, which we see that often in boxing. You know, sometimes it works out great, sometimes it doesn't. You know, there's a lot of pressure fighting at home. Lamont, though, I think he's a guy that has tremendous skill, obviously. He's got a great amateur pedigree. He's been there before. He's been in big fights. This is a big opportunity for him to establish himself at 130. This weight class is red hot. And it needs a star. They're looking for someone who can take over and dominate.
Yeah.
Lamont wants to be that guy.
Right.
And for him to be that guy, he's going to have to make a statement against McCrory.
Right.
Listen, McCrory's tough. This is not an easy fight. He's undefeated for a reason. He also has a big amateur background coming over from Ireland. He's very motivated. I actually know him from training up in Brooklyn. You know, he's coming in ready for this kind of fight, ready for this kind of opportunity.
Right.
You know, I spoke to him at the weigh-ins earlier today. He said he didn't blink about the opportunity, didn't care about the money. It was all about getting this shot.
Right.
I've been there. I know what that's like. So, you know, Lamont, I know where his head's at. Interviewed him multiple times. We've had him on our air a couple weeks back. He's very excited, ready to put on a show. I think we could have a dynamite fight in our main event.
I talked to Lamont last year, a few months right before he fought Hector. I talked to him probably last year in April when he was a mandatory for Hector's title. He told me he was going to knock his ass out. He got a knockdown in the last round. Obviously, looking at his numbers on paper, he's not the biggest puncher. Do you see possibly Lamont could possibly get some highlight reels off McCrory? Or I mean, I don't want to seem biased, but what do you think?
Yeah, listen, I actually have said in multiple interviews on my podcast Inside Boxing Live about Lamont Roach being a better puncher than his record indicates. I think he's physically strong. He's big for the weight class. He's got good pop. He's got good snap. McCrory's going to be there. There's going to be opportunities for him to land on him. It's whether he can hurt McCrory or not that's really going to dictate how this fight is fought. It's interesting. Roach says he wants a knockout. He's going to go for it. He's not going to have to go too far. McCrory's going to be right there. He's going to be in his face all night long. He's a guy with a good engine. He's physically strong. He hits well with both hands. So if Roach wants to make a statement, McCrory is ready and willing. So we got to see how he handles the power.
What do you think about the whole card from top to bottom? You got Rihanna Rios fighting for a WBA, I think, gold title, a USA title. You got Greg Sharpshooter Outlaw taking on, I forget his opponent's name. All the matchups seem solid. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's the fashion that Pro Box TV is all about, man. We like to make good fights, and we always make good fights. So, our first championship level fight, it's going to be the same thing from top to bottom. That Carlos Gongora Lester Martinez fight, that's a banger.
Light heavyweight?
168, super middleweight. Fantastic fight. You got the undefeated Lester Martinez really trying to break onto the world stage. Carlos Gongora, who's been there before, is not unaccustomed to upsets. Very, very talented fighter. Huge for the weight class, tall and long. Listen, if Lester's not the guy, we're going to find out because Gongora is that guy. So very interesting matchup there. You mentioned Greg Outlaw. He's a guy, I saw him on the card. I'm like, he can fight. I'm telling all the broadcast team, watch him. He can fight. So, and like you said, top to bottom, this is a very interesting card.
Right. What fight do you think steals the night?
I mean, the main event, I think, has the propensity to be a great fight, but I keep going back to that Lester Martinez-Gongora fight because Lester only has one way, man. He comes forward, he bangs, he can punch, and he's looking to knock you out every time out.
Right.
But Carlos has a ton of experience, world-class level guy. So that one, for me, has the potential to steal the night.
ECMikeTV.com, right here with former champion Jorge Linares. Jorge, nice to finally meet you. How are you?
Very good, super happy to be here. It's my first time in Washington with this amazing event, this press conference. The way was this morning. So, what I can say, this is beautiful play, amazing people. I like the energy here, so I hope soon I can come back to Washington more time. And, I'm excited for tomorrow night.
Yes,
so
sir.
You can see it's a lot of good fighters tonight.
Yeah. The main event obviously is Lamont Roach Jr. versus Feargal McCrory. Yes. How big is that fight at 130 pounds?
It's big fight for both of them because one of them is the world champion and the other guy is undefeated. So I think we want to see something amazing show tomorrow night. So I don't have any any special boxer, but I like to watch. I like to see, you know. So, but I think we wanna watch a great show.
Right. Do you see this fight going the distance, or do you think possibly?
I think they're gonna be like this time. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. You see anybody maybe getting knocked down, or?
Maybe, we never know. So boxing, when you follow the KO come to you. You know, they come natural. So you don't need to be too rushed or too worried about the KO. So we need to make the best job in the middle of the fight.
Good. I'm good. We in DC at Lamont Roach weighing. Obviously, Lamont Roach, Feargal McCrory. Obviously, you've been knowing Lamont for a very long time. Feargal McCrory. What do you know about him, and how do you see the matchup going?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know a whole bunch about McCrory. I know what Lamont Roach can do. I got the spawn for the camp, so you know I know what he's capable of. I mean, at his best, he's very sharp, very good quick twitch muscles, great counter puncher, and you know front foot boxing.
Right. His last fight, obviously, before Hector Garcia got it, Tank Davis fought. He got a knockdown in the last round. I talked to him months ahead of that. He was like, he's going to knock him out, but he got a knockdown, you know, cool little highlight. Do you see this fight? Do you think Lamont could possibly, you know, stop this guy?
I mean, he probably can. I mean, you know, McCrory likes to come forward. Lamont don't have no problem being in the pocket. He defends himself well. And, you know, like I said, he's a great counter puncher. He has the capabilities to do it.
Right. How hard is Lamont hitting in sparring? How sharp and precise?
I mean, he doesn't punch soft, but I mean, I am a welterweight. Honestly, I can't take punches from him. I shouldn't be boxing.
Yeah. So, have you seen any clips on Feargal McCrory?
Nah, very slight. I haven't really had time to really look him up, just because you know, trying to do the Combat League as well as doing the getting ready for July 20th. I'm fighting in Maryland Live.
We're here at the weigh-in at the Sycamore, Washington, D.C. The headliner for tomorrow night, Lamont Roach Jr., Feargal McCrory. How big is that fight for the city? And not more so the city, how big is that fight throughout the entire world?
This is amazing. I've known Roach since he was young. Like, we sparred when he was about 14 to 15 years old. To see him be able to bring World Championship Boxing to DC, the DMV, and as his own promoter in association with Pro Box, it's amazing. As myself, I promote myself. I work with other promoters. So people don't understand that's a job within itself. So to be able to successfully pull this off, the icing on the cake is to be dominant tomorrow and be victorious. And he's given so many other fighters opportunities. Not local fighters, but you got Ireland, you got Buenos Aires, you have people from Spain, women, you know what I mean? So it's a big deal.
This card seems stacked from top to bottom. Literally from top to bottom. What fight to you? Obviously, the main event stands out. What other fight stands out to you besides the main event? In addition to the main event,
I'm not even gonna hold you. The whole A side. I mean, you have Jordan, you have Big Ben, you have Scooter, you have Outlaw. Like, I've known these guys since they were pups. You know what I mean? So to see them be able to grow and step onto that stage, it's like wow. You know. So I'm just happy for them.